When they were rested after the fatigue of their journey, they began to like their new way of life, and almost fancied themselves the shepherd and shepherdess they feigned to be. Yet sometimes Ganymede remembered he had once been the same Lady Rosalind who had so dearly loved the brave Orlando, because he was the son of Sir Orlando Boys, her father's friend. And though Ganymede thought that Orlando was many times distant, many miles distant, even so many weary miles as they had travelled, yet it soon appeared that Orlando was also in the forest of Arden, and in this manner this strange event came to pass. Orlando was the youngest son of Sir Orlando Boys, who, when he died, left him to the care of his eldest brother Oliver, charging Oliver on his blessing to give his brother a good education and provide for him as became the dignity of their ancient house. Oliver proved an unworthy brother, and disregarding the commands of his dying father, he never put his brother to school, but kept him at home untaught and entirely neglected. But in his nature and in the noble qualities of his mind, Orlando so much resembled his excellent father that without any advantages of education he seemed like a youth who had been bred with utmost manners of his untutored brother, that at last he wished to destroy him, and to effect this he set on people to persuade him to wrestle with the famous wrestler, who, as has been before related, had killed so many men. Now it was this cruel brother's neglect of him which made Orlando say he wished to die, being so friendless. When, contrary to the wicked hopes he had formed, his brother proved victorious, his envy and malice knew no bounds, and he swore he would burn the chamber where Orlando slept. He was overheard making this vow by one that had been an old and faithful servant of their father, and that loved Orlando because he resembled Sir Roland. This man went out to meet him when he returned from the Duke's palace, and when he saw Orlando the peril his young dear master was in, made him break into these passionate exclamations. "O my gentle master, my sweet master, O you memory of Sir Roland, why are you virtuous? Why are you gentle, strong, and violent? And why would you be so fond to overcome the famous wrestler? Your praise is come too swiftly home before you." Orlando, wondering what that all this meant, asked him what was the matter, and then the old man told him how his wicked brother, envying the love all people bore him, and now hearing the fame he had gained by his victory in the Duke's palace, intended to destroy him by setting fire to his chamber that night.